Have you ever wondered what I look like when I wake up? This is it. Happy Monday, Motivational Monday with a splash of money. The title of today's and the theme of today's Facebook Live is impact. Impact. What kind of impact do you want to make in the world, in your community? What kind of impact are you making in the world and in your community? I want to propose to you that you make quite an important impact. Do any of you feel like you don't matter? I don't matter. Nobody cares. If I didn't show up, nobody would notice. Well, I want to say to you that's not true. There's no truth in that whatsoever. Every one of you matters. Absolutely every one of you. Yes, you. Yes, you. And yes, I would go to say that most of us have felt that way. Even I have gone through periods in my life where I feel like, do I really matter? Do I make a difference? So you do. You absolutely matter. And I want to share with you something to think about that was shared with us over the weekend at Recharge event. Joy, also known as our fairy godmother, gave us the example of a jigsaw puzzle. Have you ever done a jigsaw puzzle and one piece is missing? Frustrating, right? Like you can't have a jigsaw puzzle with a piece missing. That means you matter. Everybody matters. In this big cosmos, we're all a piece of the jigsaw puzzle. And if one of those pieces is missing, right? So you absolutely matter, 100%. Please know that. So what kind of impact do you want to make in the world? What kind of impact are you making in the world? I want to share some impact from the weekend. This weekend was, oh my gosh, beyond incredible. Beyond incredible. In 2019, during a meditation, I had a vision of creating an event where healers got healing. And I thought to myself, how am I going to make this happen? I don't know, but it was such a strong vision that I did whatever I could to carry it out. And in January of 2020, we held our first Recharge event. Was it perfect? No. I mean, I made a sign by cutting out the letters Recharge from my kids' artwork, taped it onto a black background from the hotel. I mean, it was very, kind of, what do you call it, bootstrapping and grassroots. But I did it because I had that strong vision and I carried it through. Now, I'm going to suggest, I'm just going to be psychic right now and say that everybody, you included, are getting these kind of visions of something to create or something to share. And I don't want you to stop yourself anymore. Just do it. Figure it out. How can this work? How can I make it easy? So when I got the vision of Recharge in 2019 during a meditation, I said, all right, let's do this. I don't even know how. I've never had a big event with 67 people. That was the first year. So I just started looking around. I rented a hotel room, which, I learned a lot about renting hotel rooms, a large room, and put on a big event. And then we did a small event in 2021. And then this year we just went bigger. We had 80 people attend Recharge 2022 at that big hotel in an even bigger room. And I want to share some of the impact that went on over the weekend. Everybody received a goodie bag. The goodie bag, thank you, Lhasa, because Lhasa donated 100 goodie bags. We used 80 of them because we had 80 people, and inside the goodie bag were a bunch of samples and little goodies for them. So thank you, because I didn't do this event by myself. I had a lot of people to support me. And in the goodie bag, there were a lot of little things from Lhasa, and then I put a lot of little goodies in there. Pacific College donated 50 of these mugs. These are big mugs because we use them in the cacao ceremony. What did I add? And this is where it's going to lead into the impact. I put a little baggie in all of them, and you probably can't read it. It just says, you are loved. Keep one heart for yourself, then leave the other hearts out in the world so that when people find them, they are reminded that they are loved too. So everybody got 3 of these little rose quartz hearts, and they were instructed to leave them out in the world. So that means that there are 300 of these little rose quartz hearts out in the world, and somebody's going to be walking by one day, possibly having a bad day, thinking, gosh, I don't matter or nobody cares. And guess what? they're going to see this little symbol of love as a reminder that they do matter, that they are so preciously loved. And this is amazing. So actually 400 of these stones went out because I made an extra 100. So 400 stones are out in the world because of Recharge. Everybody was given this, and it's a You Make a Difference bracelet set. And I say set. The first one was for the attendee, and then they were instructed to pay it forward and give away 3 more bracelets. It says, wear this bracelet as a reminder that you are making a difference in the world. I've got mine on. The 80 people that attended Recharge were a tribe. We all put the single bracelet on, and then each of us took 3 more bracelets to share and acknowledge 3 more people. So 80 times 3, but I made 100 of these and gave them all out. So that means 400 people are going to be acknowledged, if they haven't already, that they make a difference in the world. And it says, wear this bracelet as a reminder that you are making a difference in the world. Share these bracelets with others, making sure that when you do, you let them know how they are making a difference in the world. 400 people are going to be acknowledged. You don't need a bracelet to acknowledge anybody. You can look at somebody in the eye and just say, you know what, I just want to let you know you've made a difference in my life, and here is how. Then invite them to pay it forward as well. And invite them, since I've done this for you, can you please pay that forward to somebody else? Think of what the world would be like if we did this on a regular basis, right? Think about it. I think the statistic says that if somebody's happy with your service, they'll tell 3 or 4 people. But if they're unhappy with your service or product, they'll tell 9 or 10. We need to shift that. We need to change that. Why is that in our human beingness? Let's change that, okay? So I had an exercise in an effort to change that about us. Everybody at Recharge got this contract, okay? The contract has a frequency scale of different emotions. The lowest frequencies being shame and guilt. And as you move up the scale, it's a David Hawkins scale, you can look it up, go all the way up to joy, it's 540 points, and peace, 600, enlightenment, 700, whereas shame and guilt are like 20 and 30, right? So the idea is to raise your frequency, to consciously choose to raise your frequency. And all of the 80 attendees signed and dated this contract. I hereby commit myself to raising my frequency on a continuous basis. By doing so, I will be raising the frequency of those with whom I come into contact, and ultimately the entire planet. I am committed to being a source of love and light in the world. I just emailed this contract to all 80 attendees from Recharge because they wanted to share this contract with their patients. Imagine if everybody committed to raising the frequency, raising their frequency. That's really all that you can control. If we all committed to that, think of what the world would be like. If anybody wants this, private message me, email me, and I'll send you this. It's a Word document. You can make it your own. Spread it throughout the world. Can you imagine if we all did this? What kind of world would we live in? It's like unimaginable, but because it's even slightly imaginable means it's possible. And that's what I'm committed to, raising the frequency of this planet. That's my commitment. Notice I use the word commitment. I don't say I want to. I want to raise the frequency of the planet. That's not a strong word. That frequency is not that strong. But when I say I'm committed, and I say it with conviction, how does that frequency feel? How does that frequency land with you? Pretty big, right? Yeah. Okay, what else did we do? These are seeds. These are milkweed seeds, and 10,000 milkweed seeds were given out at Recharge. And it says, save the monarchs, because monarchs love milkweed. Spread these seeds, and the common milkweed is the best. There are some varieties of milkweed out there that monarchs don't like. You don't want any seeds that have been sprayed with pesticides or different chemicals, and they like the common variety. There's a tropical variety. It's cheap. I'm sure a monarch would love a tropical milkweed, but they definitely love the more common or more close to your home. So spread the milkweed seeds and grow the monarchs. How does this come back to the theme of today's Facebook Live? Is that was the impact that occurred over the weekend. I mean, that's just a little bit of the impact. I can't even begin to share the experiences, the love, the space that was held over the weekend. I'm still processing it. I'm still basking in it. I'm still soaking it all up because it was so amazing. I want to share another thing with you because I believe that we still, as human beings, limit ourselves by this limited thinking of our abilities. So while they were in a breathwork exercise with eyes closed and the lights were dimmed, there were 55 people in the room lying down in a dark room, and it was a large room. We had the ballroom at the Del Mar Hilton. My assistant Sydney and I sprinkled these tiny little cards all around the room. All around the room. The room was huge. And the cards have a little picture on the outside. They're affirmation cards. I don't know if you can see it. So they had different pictures. And they had different sayings. Like this said, listen. And I had randomly taped in tiny little 9 font. That's small. A lot of people had to use their readers to find their card. But I taped everybody's name to one of these cards and we sprinkled it all over the room. And when they came up from their breath work, I said, okay, guys, let's check in with your intuition. I want you to find your card in the room. I want you to tap in and where do you think your card is in this room? Is it in the front? Is it in the back? And I thought it would take about 5 to 10. I thought it would take at least 10 or 15 minutes for everybody to find their little card within the room. So I was going to do like a 5-minute block, a 10-minute block, and a 15-minute block. And then at 15 minutes, just pull them all in and find their cards, right? All 55 people found their card within and under 5 minutes. It was remarkable. One girl said, I know where my card is. It's right there. She walked right over, bent down. Now I'm telling you, there was 55 of these scattered. You had to be there for this. We had invisible art. What the heck is that? Look it up. There is a man, he's an invisible artist, and he sells invisible art for tens of thousands of dollars. His most recent piece went for $18,000. Look it up, Google invisible art. He sold it for $18,000. You can't see it, it's invisible art. So we did a little experiment. And I had 3 invisible art pieces placed in the room, and the attendees sat and they tuned in with the invisible art. So an artist, somebody, with their mind, placed an object, a statue or an art piece on this. We had 3 different artists. We had 3 different art pieces. And so we took our time going through each one, and everybody kind of tapped in with it and then drew a picture or wrote down what they saw. At least 25 to 30% of the attendees, I would even say more, got it pretty close. I mean, nobody got it exactly right on, but one of them was like a sculpture of a man and woman holding each other, and people were getting things like, I see a woman, I see it looks like a stick, a figure kind of tree. My whole point in telling you all of this is that you are capable of way more than you can even imagine. So why not start imagining big? Why not start imagining big things, and why not just go for them? Why not just go for them? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? What kind of impact do you want to have on your community? What kind of legacy do you want to leave, right? What can you create? Because I'm kind of really under the belief system that anything is possible. And if I can encourage you to just dream things up and go for it, then I'm doing what I'm committed to doing, which I feel is my calling, to raise the frequency of the planet, right? How do I do that? I do that by events. I do that through coaching. I do that through small little 2-day intensives where I help you bring your gifts out into the world. My next intensive is in October, and it's already filling up. So if you want to come to that, we're going to do a 2-day deep dive. It's on my website, October. There's 2 days in October where we close the doors, we bring our laptops in, and we focus and finish. This existence is a huge jigsaw puzzle, and you are one of the pieces. If one piece is missing from the puzzle, it's just not as good. So you absolutely matter. I want you to know that. You matter more than you know, and I'll have more on that in my Motivational Mondays. My Motivational Mondays always have that splash of money, right? So here's your money. Here's your money invitation and/or challenge. I've got 2 challenges, right? Why not? One more. Power of one more. I think I shared this. Love this book, right? If you're going to work out for 10 minutes, how about one more minute or one more song or just go one more? Because by doing that, you're going to start to realize that you are capable of more. Wow, I really could do more. I really could do 3 events. I've got like 3 more events stacked. Am I resting today? No. I've got my workout clothes on because after this, I'm going to go work out. And then I have back-to-back meetings today. I didn't take the day off. Why not? I got one life. I'm going for it. I'm just going to keep going and keep having that impact. Okay? So let's get to your money. When I thought of recharge, I put out invitations to people. Some of them were in social media, some of them were in emails, but I literally emailed certain people and said, I would really love for you to join me at Recharge. That's not salesy, that was a genuine invite. So whom can you invite to engage with you this week? It's Monday. Do you have any openings in your schedule? Are you looking at it and going like, God, my Thursday is all these holes in it? Well, you can fill it right now. You can send out personal invites. Hey, John, I've been thinking about you. How are you? How's your knee feeling after our last session? I have an opening on Thursday. Would you like it? Is that salesy? No, that's a warm invite. That would feel really good to me. That would land so well to me if somebody wrote me a personal email and said they're thinking about me. So who can you reach out to and acknowledge them? Let them know you're thinking about them. I've been thinking about you. How can I be of service to you? How can I support you? I stopped using the word help so much. A shaman of mine in Sedona said help sometimes brings other people, the recipient's vibration down, right? If I keep saying, oh, do you need help? Then it's almost like assuming they can't do it on their own. How can I support you so that you can go beyond yourself, right? Because you have everything you need to do it. So you'll hear me use these words on purpose. I still slip and say help sometimes. Invite people to come in. Invite people to engage with you, whatever your engagement is, whether it's private practice, maybe you have products, maybe you can call people and say, hey, I noticed you haven't ordered for a while. Can I make your life easier and just put in that order for you and I'll charge a card? People want life to be easier for them. How can you offload somebody's burden? How can you? Maybe that's just listening to them. Maybe that's just listening. Does that make sense? If I was walking down the street and I had all this luggage and I was like, and you could see I was struggling because it was so heavy, would you not come up to me and grab a couple of my bags or at least offer, hey, East, can I help you? Where are you taking this? Let me, right, when you do that? Okay. The same thing is with our emotions, the heavy ones, and our thoughts. Sometimes they're so heavy and burdensome that just by talking to you and sharing, it offloads it a little bit. Now you might be feeling like, well, I just got dumped on. Don't think about it that anymore. Don't feel like I just got dumped on. Oh my gosh, this person called and vented and dumped on me. You helped them. You supported them. You offloaded that heavy burden. So then just do something to clear your energy. Go out into the sun and say, God, help remove this. This isn't my stuff. Take a shower, take a bath, go in the ocean, stand on the earth, connect your feet to the earth, and have that, what you're calling dump, go down into the earth and transform that thought that somebody just dumped on you, that you just helped another human being lighten their load. So what's the challenge? I have 2 challenges for you. First challenge is, what can you do today, Monday, to fill up your entire schedule? Well, you can send out personal invites to people to book with you. You can send out an email saying I have openings on Tuesday and Thursday. Whatever your openings are, I'd love for you to come in, especially if you tie that with a condition you love to treat. Hey, I love treating fertility. Are you or anybody you know trying to get pregnant? I have 3 openings today. Click here and book now. Now your whole week is booked and you can make more money. The other way you can make more money is to think of that thing that you want to create that you keep putting off and just start going for it. One little step. The journey of 1,000 miles, the journey of 10,000 miles starts with one step. So just every day, one step closer to doing something you want to create. What can you create? And if it's from your heart and it's of service to the world, it will naturally monetize for you. So those are your two ways that you can make money. And here's the third challenge. And I know some of you are going to be like, no, because that's how I felt about it, okay? On September 24th, a friend of mine is doing a TikTok Master Class. You lost me at TikTok. Just wait. I remember when I was a kid, and I was the one that was always programmed. Learn technology, stay modern, stay up with things. You might have fun. A lot of times when we resist something, when we stop resisting and we're like, oh my God, that was so much fun. Okay, September 24th. My friend, Sean Webb, go check him out, Mind Hacking Happiness. He shares with you on YouTube for free, and he has programs, ways to be truly happy without having to take anything, not even a plant substance. It's a way of looking at things that are landing in your life without taking them personally. Beautiful process. Sean Webb. But he has like 1.2 million followers on TikTok. And he's like, I need to get you on TikTok. And I was like, no. And the more he kept saying, let's get you on TikTok, I said, you know what? Why am I resisting this? I'm going to learn how to be on TikTok. So he said, let's get on a Zoom. I said, better yet, I don't want to be greedy with your information. May I share it? So it's on my website, or actually I will drop that link because I think it's an extra page. We're doing a TikTok Master Class. It's only $47. That's just paying for the website and his time. 2 hours. He is going to teach you and me how to get 1 million followers in 1 year. And that will absolutely turn into monetization. The more people that are exposed to you and your gifts, the more people are going to want to engage. That's just statistics, right? So why not try it? So the challenge is going to be, who's going to join me on September 24th for the TikTok Master Class and the challenge to see if we can all get 1 million followers in a year. What if you don't reach the million and you only get 500,000? Oh, poor you. All right. You have your challenges. I feel like I channeled Louise Hay over the weekend. She's somebody I love and admire. And if you haven't checked out Louise Hay, check her out. I share that with you because throughout your journey, you're going to feel not worthy, or I can't do this, or I don't have the strength. So that's when we channel other people. I'm not talking like an esoteric channel where I clear my mind and they take over my body. You close your mind and you think of them, and they are there to lend you their strength. And you think, like, what would Louise do right now? How would Louise leave this room, right? Maybe it's Kuan Yin. You say, what would Kuan Yin, or the energy of Kuan Yin, do at this moment with her compassion and love for all, right? Maybe it's Mother Teresa, but when, not if, when you're having a tough moment, close your eyes, tap into your superhero, and they will lend you their strength, and then go forward. So to end today's Motivational Monday, I thought it would be fun to share a Power Thought card by Louise Hay. What is Louise? Thank you, Louise. What do you want to share with everybody on this Facebook Live? Oh, it just popped out. Okay. I don't know who this is meant for, but I'm just going to say it. I don't filter it. I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. Now, I might want to filter that, right? Like, that's weird. Maybe I should pick a different one, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to get out of my way, and I'm going to let God, source, and the universe just go through me. And I'm not going to filter it. I'm not going to control it. I'm not going to stop it. But I am going to do this. This is something I can do. I can intentionally, genuinely send you love right now. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to wish you a most fabulous week, one that blows your mind, that just keeps getting better and better, that you can't believe that has gotten better and better. That's how my recharge event was. It just kept getting better and better and better. What can you create? I love you. I'll see you next Monday, 8:30 for Motivational Monday with a splash of money, because we can all use a little bit more of both. Bye for now.